What's going on, guys? Back with another video. A lot of you guys are sometimes you guys ask me what I'm drinking during the live stream, so I am drinking something today. I actually found these Coca-Cola Zero, but the difference is that these are caffeine free. As you guys know, if you guys have watched some of my streams, you guys know I'm trying to cut down on caffeine, so really good option. The only problem is that these are really hard to find the caffeine free. So my local Ralph's or Kroger, for those of you guys outside of California. Yeah, Ralph's has them. I haven't seen them at Vons, which is a Safeway for everyone outside of California. But yeah, let's get into the video. Focus, Sean, focus. Today's topic comes from one of my loyal viewers, Juliana, who's very active in the community in my live stream. She asked me to make a video about how to become more confident, maybe a little more comfortable at the gym, which is a really good question. I think this came after she watched my video about just being, just confident in general. So really good topic that, I'm more than happy to make a video about, because I've actually, I've been going to the gym on and off since high school. So what is that? 15 years? Yeah, about 15, 16 years more or less. One of the things that, and also I wanted to point out that Juliana didn't really ask me to dive in a specific part or aspect of the gym, but my guess is that, a lot of people have this issue, myself included. At least I did in the past, not anymore. I got more comfortable being in the gym. It also depends on the type of gym you go to. Like, if you are in a commercial gym like Planet Fitness, 24 Hour Fitness, LA Fitness, more, I would say the majority of people are not paying attention to you. I think one of the things that, Juliana and a lot of people that I've talked to have experienced is being self-conscious at the gym. You think that, or you assume that, everyone's looking at you and, they might not like the way you look, or maybe they're judging from a distance. And honestly, I would say like 99.9% of the time that's not the case. I think everyone just feels self-conscious about themselves, but most of the people there are there just to get a workout in and get sweat in and just do their workouts. Also nowadays, when I go to the gym, I just see a lot of people either taking selfies in front of the mirrors, or they're texting someone, or they're scrolling on social media in between sets, which can get really annoying, because sometimes I want to use a gym. I want to use a machine at the gym, and they're holding it up because they've been sitting there for 5-10 minutes just texting or scrolling social media. And if they're doing that, I'm just like, hey, is it cool if I work in? More often than not, they'll say yes, because bro, it's like I can't wait for you to for you to finish your workout if you're going to be taking 5 to 10 minute breaks every between sets. So yeah, I think a lot of people are just so involved and focused on their own workouts and things that they want to accomplish that they don't really pay attention to at all. I think there is probably a person every now and then that has nothing better to do and just goes around and checks out other people and judges them. But honestly, do you really want to be friends or associate with someone like that? Like me personally, if someone's going around the gym and saying, hey, oh, check out this fat person, check out this overweight person trying to lose weight, it's like, that's probably a really shitty person that I don't want to be associated with or have in my life. That's just a lot of negative energy that I don't want in my life. So that doesn't really bother me, or at least not anymore. I think it did in high school, but again, I didn't really know how how human psychology worked in general, let alone the gym. So if you're going to the gym and you're not super comfortable about if you're not super comfortable about what you're wearing, or you're in your own body, I wouldn't let people like that get in the way. I would just say go to the gym. If you want to still go to the gym and feel more comfortable by yourself, especially in the beginning, you could wear like baggy clothes. I see a lot of people wearing baggy clothes. Like, you don't have to wear like tight joggers or I don't know what it is that women wear, like sports bras or whatever. You don't have to wear that, especially from the get-go, if you're not comfortable in your own body. But one of the things that I did notice about going to the gym that's very rewarding is that once you after a certain period of time, as you work out more, you get more reps in, and you start seeing results. You want to show off those results, right? You feel more comfortable, and you want to show or be more revealing of your body. Like for me, like when I first started going to the gym, I used to wear like baggy sweaters, baggy pants. But like as I started putting muscle on, as I started getting leaner and slimmer, I started wearing compression shirts and tight joggers. And for me, that was like uncharted territory. I felt uncomfortable wearing tight clothes because I'm like, you know what, I've never really done this, but at the same time, my body looks good now because I've been, working out each muscle group twice a week. I've been eating right. I've been doing a lot of cardio, I've been getting slimmer. So I think I wouldn't try to force it. I wouldn't try to force like what you wear. Just let it come to you. Again, if you're going to the gym for the first time, or maybe you haven't gone in a while, I would say that just wear baggy clothes. Or again, like back to the point about depending on which gym you go to, like there's a lot of gyms now where if you pay like $10 a month, like Planet Fitness, Crunch Fitness, Anytime Fitness, Cruise Fitness. I mean, was it Choose or Cruise? I think it's Choose Fitness. There's so many gyms out there, where they, I think Planet Fitness started all of this, where it's a judgment-free zone. For me, I don't know, it definitely helps with their marketing, but at the same time, it's like, if you're going to like a gym with a bunch of beginners or someone who's not very advanced, you're not, the likelihood of you getting judged, the likelihood of you feeling uncomfortable is not going to be that high. But like, let's say if you go to something more advanced, like maybe like a warehouse gym, or maybe like a Gold's Gym, where there's a lot of people who are competitive in lifting, or they're in competition. But again, I mean, then for every person that I've seen, be judgmental, I've seen like 20, 30 people try to, be really nice and helpful. Like sometimes, like when I used to, not really anymore, but when I used to, when I was working out alone, and someone would see me like struggling, if I needed a spot, someone would just come help me spot. If you don't know what spotting is, like let's say if you're doing a chest press on the bench, obviously I'm not laying down, so I can't do the full. Or I guess I could do it like this. Like let's say if you're laying it down flat and you're doing the bench press, right? Like let's say if you're trying to set a new PR, a new personal record. So you might be too heavy, and you might be trying to go into a failure, which I don't recommend. If you are trying to go into a failure, which again, it's not really something that newbies do. It's more for people who are trying to push themselves out of their comfort zone. If you're trying to push yourself into a failure without a spotter or a gym partner, I don't recommend that, because it can end really badly, and you could hurt yourself. But yeah, sometimes like when I used to try to lift heavy, and when I didn't really know what I was doing in the beginning, I would just have some people like see me struggling, and they would say, "Hey, you need a spot," and I would say, "Yeah," and then they would just grab the bar and put it back on the holders. So yeah, I would say 99.9% of people, I think they're really nice. They're really helpful. Some people, they're kind of in their zone. So even though it might seem like they don't care, or they're not very respectful, they're probably just trying to get their workout done and go home, especially if it's been a long day after work. Yeah, I think, but again, I would say, okay, so like let's say if you go to the gym, and I would say if there's let's say there's 50 people in the gym, which is a lot of people at the gym, especially if it's not a big gym. Let's say if there's 50 people at the gym, I would say at least 25, 30 of those people are good people that are willing to help you. Or if you ask them for advice, like let's say if you see them doing a workout, and also another thing I want to point out is that if you want to get advice from someone, don't ask them while they're working out. Wait until they take a break. So wait in between sets. So like let's say they do their 5, 6, 10 reps, whatever it is that they're doing. Wait for them to take a break, and then ask them, like say, hey, like what what type of form do you use, or if I do it, can you show me to make sure I'm doing it correctly. So I think 25, 30 people out of the 50 would be really helpful. I would say maybe the other 15 to 18 are probably in their zone. They just want to get their workout and go home because they're probably tired, or maybe they have a family to go to. So they might not be open to talking to people. I don't know, but and I would say that probably the other two are going around and judging people because they have nothing better to do, and instead of doing their workout and accomplishing their goals of becoming a better version, they live a miserable life, and they just want to go around judging people. So again, if you're going to the gym for the first time, if you haven't been in a long time, I really wouldn't worry about the people who are judging others, and it's honestly just a reflection of their character. That's if they're judging people at the gym, that's probably how they are outside the gym too. So I wouldn't worry at all about people potentially judging you, because again, most people are there to become better version of themselves. They all have their goals that they want to reach, because going to the gym isn't easy, right? You have to, first of all, half the battle of going to the gym is talking yourself into doing it, right? Because you're not going to want to be motivated and disciplined to go to the gym every day. You're not going to want to be like, oh, you know what, I feel like working out today, and you're not going to say that every day you want to go to the gym. So people who are at the gym, they know the struggle. So I do believe that the majority of people want to be helpful, and they're nice, and they're It also depends on like how you approach them. Again, if you're approaching them while they're working out, they might not be as receptive as like maybe in between their sets when they're resting. Also, it also depends on how you ask them. If you come off rude, if you say something like, "Hey, like, yeah, you need to lift more weights," or maybe if you feel like they're not doing it correctly, maybe you don't want to get advice from them, but if you want to help them, maybe saying something like, "Oh, your form sucks," or "Your form is bad." You might want to suggest something like, say, "Hey, have you thought about not lifting the bar as high? Maybe keeping it short, so that way your muscles contract a little bit more." This is if you're more advanced, if you're more experienced, if you want to help someone who seems less experienced, and that's what I would do. Sometimes if I do see someone who's not doing the form correctly, or feel like they might injure themselves, I do give them advice, because I don't want to see anyone injure themselves. But again, a good gym, if you go to a decent gym that with people who want to achieve their goals, they're not going to judge you. The vast majority are going to want to help, or either that, or just going to try to get their workout done and get home. So they, the last thing they want to do is look around and judge people for trying to become a better version of themselves. Because also, if you're at the gym, it's more it's commendable. It's more likely that you want to you're actively working towards trying to change your circumstance. Like, let's say if you're overweight, you want to get slimmer, and you're doing something about it instead of staying at home and bitching about being a victim and how the world is this way and that way. You're taking action. And I think that's very commendable and admirable. But that's pretty much it for this video, guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, definitely give it a thumbs up. That will greatly help out the channel. And also, if you guys are, I was going to say, if you guys are watching the replay, of course you're watching the replay. This isn't live. I'm so used to saying that after my live streams, that's why. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about the video. If you guys have any advice or any questions regarding this video, or if you have suggestions like Juliana, let me know in the comment section below. And that's pretty much it. I'll catch you guys next one. Peace.